Light slam dunk competition. 4 judges. It's a 10-point scale with a maximum of 40. And the first 2 rounds are average. The top 4 advance into the semifinal round. And each round, 30 seconds to complete a dunk. And Dick, you can actually miss one and you can reload if you want.
Yeah, you got a timing effect there at 30 seconds if you can get off a real high riser and a slam jam bam. As you look at the judges, hey, Bryce Drew's a judge. He's not competing.
Hey, not bad. He's in the 3-point competition. His dad, Homer, the head coach.
That's hard.
Valpo is here. He was even here for the practice last night and had a great time. Johnny Moore, former San Antonio Spur.
He was an outstanding point guard, really outstanding during his career. Miss Texas, Brad.
Reigning Miss Texas. Reagan Hughes sang our national anthem and did a tremendous job. So we're just about set, and loading up's number 4. Ralph Biggs, 6'6" forward, and one of the guys with the most personality out here, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he does. He has a great personality. Towson, outstanding high riser, slam jam bam specialist.
He actually wanted to be the first dunker. Most guys want to avoid the number 1 spot. Well, that's a nice way to open up.
Oh, yeah, and a little windmill, slam jam bam. Just a nice move right there by Mr. Biggs. 6'6", led the Tigers in scoring each of the last 2 years.
Already they're looking up for scores right now. Possible of 40. You see a lot of the fans already high-fiving him. Let's take another look at Ralph's opening dunk.
A little baseline beauty. There he is with the windmill jam. He said it's one of his favorite dunks. He had back-to-back 30-point games on the road. Wow, he had 30 against Hartford and 32 against Vermont.
35 in the first round for Ralph, so off to a good start. He said the only problem with that is you never quite know how tough the judges are going to be in that opening dunk.
Well, I think they're tough to start with because I thought that was really worth a lot more than a total of 35.
I agree. Here's Corey Brewer, who was an honorable mention All-American and one of the finalists for Big 12 Player of the Year out of Oklahoma.
He's a flat-out big-time scorer. Kelvin Sampson, who does an outstanding job at Oklahoma, said no to some people coming after him. Love this guy.
Corey misses, but he's still got time. Has to shag down the ball. Actually, they have some ball boys out here to get you a different ball if you choose, but he goes in with a reverse just to make sure.
I wonder if psychologically that really weighs on the judge's mind if you brick one and then come back with a great one.
So we wait on Corey Brewer's opening marks.
Let's take a look at Corey right here. Sooners unbelievable talent. There he is, little Brick City, USA on the first one, but that doesn't count, baby.
Corey, smaller hands. I think he lost it going up trying to palm it, but he didn't that time with a reverse.
He told us yesterday he's going to really work on his ball handling skills to try and impress the NBA people.
17 in the first round. 35's the best to beat. That's Ralph Biggs, who is our opener. Here's Hubert Lang out of Centenary. Averaged a little over 16 points a game. Had a nice end to his season. Finished the year with 3 straight games of 20-plus. He's going to loft his own pass up there and go get it.
Oh! Hey, that's got to be higher than a 35. The timing jam. So many people can't do that dunk. That's a big-time one. A school that produced Mr. Robert Parrish. Mr. Lang, he told us yesterday you're going to see something special, and he's backed it up.
I tell you what.
Everybody back in Brinkley, baby. What's up?
There it is. Get those 10s up. Get those 10s up, baby. Get those 10s. Get those Bo Derricks up. That's a big-time jam. Great timing. Good rhythm to it. The rhythm jam. There it is. Hello.
Let's see if that put Hubert Lang in the number 1 spot. Yes, it did.
He looks up to Ray Allen. Ray Allen played at Connecticut. They got a movie coming out on him.
That's right. You're in the movie, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a little role in that movie, a Spike Lee production. He's got game,
He's
baby.
got game.
He's got some game right now.
So does Ray Allen.
Yeah. Oh, Ray Allen's got some big-time game. He's got some big-time cash, too.
Here's Mike James out of Duquesne. First team All-Atlantic 10. Oh, and he brought it down to the waist and then back up for the reverse two-handed slam.
I'll tell you, for early indications or anything, we're seeing some special, unique jams right there. They like the reverse jam. I'll tell you, the crowd is a little bit more lenient than some of the judges.
And Lang and James, not the 2 biggest guys in the world, right in the 6'2", 6'3" range. Watch him get up, though.
Oh, I mean, look at him cradle that baby, reverse jam it. I mean, bring it back up. Now, look, that's not easy, baby. Bring it down to your waist, below your waist, and take that baby up to the rack. Woo!
Duquesne.
Duquesne.
He's still cheering for Duquesne.
Tie for second with Ralph Biggs with those 35 points. So the man to catch right now is Hubert Lang. We're just in round 1. And here's Felipe Lopez. First team All Big East performer.
What I loved about him And throughout his career, he took a lot of criticism, didn't live up in the eyes of many to all the expectations, but he never moaned and groaned about it. Oh, he gets a score.
Oh, boy. Should get points just for that. He wanted to get it off the backboard. The thing went in.
He's got great personality.
There it is.
Yes, oh yes. There he is with the reverse jam off the glass. Hubert says, I like it. I like it. His brother Anthony's so proud of him.
Well, Felipe ends up with 4 points off that. He hit the first one and slammed the second one.
I'll tell you one thing about him, Brad. He's going to make somebody's NBA roster. He will be a late first-round draft choice. There he is with the reverse jam off the catch off the glass.
His game seems to be more of an NBA style.
I agree with you on that. I think in a man-to-man setting, transition up and down, a 39 takes the lead over.
So right now, it's Lopez, Lang, and then Biggs and James next in line. Here's Jamal Sanford out of Portland State. His nickname is Slamford, as you saw there, and he can get up. We saw him last night in the warm-up.
Their coach really has done a great job there, Rich McKay, and creating some excitement at Portland State.
Boy, he got great elevation, but he didn't get it over the rim. So no harm, no foul, basically, is maybe except in the judges' minds, as Dick said. There's the windmill.
There's the windmill jam. He says, raise the roof, baby. And he punches the chest. I got hard, he says. Portland State, bring out all the biggies.
He started off at West Valley Junior College in California before going to Portland State. Here's another look at Jamal. Woo.
He's got that windmill. They all seem to love the windmill or the reverse jam. There he is with the windmill jam. Up and away. Jam City.
That thing had some speed coming through the net, that's for sure. Wait on his score, and he ends up in a three-way tie right now for third. And this brings up Ruben Patterson.
I didn't know that his idol, Mr. Sanford, was Jason Williams. Would love to hear that to Ness because he loves the way he plays hard and gets on the glass. Jason, you got a hero here.
Here's Ruben going up off the glass.
Oh, he's one of the favorites, and you can see why. From out of Cincy, from Mr. Huggins School.
Well, Ruben sat out the first 14 games this year. I think all college basketball fans know that. And once he got back in and got back in shape, he started doing things like this.
I mean, he's up and away like the elevator man, a Skywalker. Look at this guy rise. There he is with the jam. I'll tell you, he blocked and deflected rather than block. Got a piece of that shot by Gerard West, who hit it off the glass backboard to beat him in that West Virginia win over Cincinnati.
Well, that 38 puts him right on Felipe Lopez heels with one dunker left in round one, and it's the local favorite out of San Antonio, Kevin Rice.
He's got a lot of
people. You can hear the crowd.
Yeah, he's got a lot of people. As you said earlier, played junior college out in Midland, Texas.
Pride and joy of Central High School here in San Antonio. Starts from the free throw line under the leg to go get it. And lost it going up. Still plenty of chance left and a lot of time. That one he got.
He caught it, made the jam, got the score, got on the board. Probably not going to be good enough to beat the people in front of him.
Just a little bit off on the timing to go get that thing.
Played with an outstanding coach, a young coach, a rising star in Larry Eustace. He's done a great job at Utah State. Eustace's done a phenomenal job there. Had him in the NCAA this year. He scored 14 against Maryland. There he is, the reverse jam against Gary Williams. Had lunch with Gary today on the Riverwalk.
You guys got mobbed down on the Riverwalk, didn't you?
Had a load of fun out there with a local writer by the name of Kevin O'Keefe, and we just had a great time.
32 in round one for Kevin. So round one is complete, and the top scorer so far was Felipe Lopez with that 39. Remember, Felipe went between the legs. The one went in, and then the pass off the glass to himself. Ruben Patterson in second, then Lang, Sanford, Biggs, James, Rice, and Brewer follow in order.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that's happening here is the expected heroes are out there at 1 and 2 right out of the gate. Lopez out of St. John's and Patterson out of Cincinnati. Some of the other guys who come from schools that aren't as marquee names, they told us they're going to take these guys and really beat them, but it's 1-2, Lopez and Patterson.
And our leaders with Jay Billis. Jake?
Felipe, you're the leader right now with 39 points. You've had some really stiff competition. I heard you guys were sandbagging a little bit in practice, not showing everything you got. Are you surprised by how well everybody's doing?
Well, yeah, definitely. You want to keep your thing, you know, kind of secret. You don't want to show too much the day before because a lot of guys, they just come over here without anything, like myself. So, you know, you want to kind of get into a rhythm and just try to do something different.
You have to make a little adjustment for the long shorts going through the legs?
Bueno, seguro que sí, porque la gente sabe que uno tiene que hacer lo más posible para poder echar para adelante.
Ricky Ricardo knows what he said.
Everybody in the Dominican Republic knows what Felipe's talking about. When he caught parts of that.
He's a hero of the Dominican Republic. They love him whenever he comes over there.
First round leader is Felipe Lopez of the Red Storm of St. John's. Ruben Patterson right on his heels, though, trailing by only a point. We'll be back.
It's a fact of life, the nature of the beast. An attraction that's irresistible and a desire that's uncontrollable. There's only one Harley. And during our spring open house, there's no better place to get yours than Harley-Davidson of Hempstead. Come down March 27th through the 29th and meet Penthouse Pet Leslie Glass. Enter to win a trip to Atlantic City. Prizes, gifts, and more.
Bobby, we don't pay her enough. Richie, you're right.
Harley-Davidson of Hempstead. It's where it's at. Don't miss it.
Reese, the leading name in trailer hitches and towing accessories since 1954. For whatever you're pulling, whatever you're driving, and whatever you need done, you need Reese. Hitches and towing accessories for your auto, truck, and van now at ATV, where we install the right hitch at the right price.
Check it out. Our $1 million doorbuster sale, only on a Route 110 Farmingdale Clearance Center, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 2nd through the 5th.
It's the Women's Final Four, where the game's elite will be trimmed to 2.
Check it out.
First up at 7, Chastity Melvin and the Wolfpack will try to contain Alyssa Burris and the balanced attack of the Lady Texters. Then at 9, Arkansas's potent backcourt of Messer and Smith stand in the way of Shamiqua Holdsclaw's quest for a 3rd straight title for Tennessee.
This is bigger than all of us.
NC State, Louisiana Tech at 7, Arkansas, Tennessee at 9. The NCAA Women's Final Four tomorrow on ESPN.
Welcome back to the Slam Dunk Three-Point Championship presented by Mountain Dew here in San Antonio, home of the men's Final Four. How about the women's Final Four? It's all coming up from Kansas City. Semifinals at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. North Carolina State against the Lady Texters. That'll be followed by Arkansas against undefeated Tennessee. The Lady Vols going after a 3rd straight national crown. They got a scare from North Carolina on Monday night. And don't forget, national championship game Sunday night at 8:30 on ESPN. After one round of the Slam Dunk competition, it's Felipe Lopez of St. John's and Ruben Patterson of Cincinnati, the top 2 scorers.
And what they'll do is they'll take the average of their 2 rounds. You mentioned Tennessee's women's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Pat Summitt. What a tremendous job. I would love to see her become the first woman to coach a men's team. I know she can do it. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, here's the guy that ended up with only 17 points in round 1, Corey Brewer. Corey, who scored almost 21 a game for the Sooners. He's going up to get this one. And that's much better than his opening salvo. Corey back for a guard.
Corey said, I tried, but he knows the competition too keen. He wants to take the rock and challenge these guys a little one-on-one. Jam City here, but really a, simple dunk.
Simple dunk. Is there such a thing? I guess there is. Well, round 2 with a 28, so right now he's still in 8th place at 22.5.
But he's having lots of fun. Here comes Mr. Kevin Rice.
Kevin had a 32 with his opening slam.
Utah State played tough against Maryland before Maryland beat him. He had 14 against the Terps.
Aggies are 25 and 8 this year. Kevin got a rattler that went through.
I tell you, it didn't go in smooth, but it was very impressive to see a little guy like this get up there that high, showing that he's got good, great hops. There he is now. Watch this. Here he is. Going to catch it, windmill it. Didn't go through smooth, but he shows that he got great lift and great elevation.
He got some nice lift from the hometown fans, too, because there were a lot of them showing 10s just for the man they call Instant Rice. And he got a 35. That puts him at 33.5.
You know what's interesting about him? He scored double figures in all his games except 3, and he went 0 and 3 in the games he didn't score in double figures.
How important he was to his team.
Well, this guy put a little show on here. The Duke played in that tough conference. You and I talked about in the Atlantic 10. So tough. Duquesne lost a lot of tough games. We've been talking a conference with people like Rhode Island and Certainly you're talking George Washington, Temple, UMass.
Here he comes on the run and missed it. On a windmill, wants another ball and gets one from one of the ball boys under the basket.
I like the idea of the clock. I like that better than a sequence where you get just 2 dunks.
Uh-oh. Mike's in a whole bunch of trouble right now.
Trouble City, baby. Get it up.
Well, he went up, and that was sort of a layup. Well, you can see that infectious smile. He had more of the little people of San Antonio following him around last night at the workout. It was hilarious to watch. He is an effervescent personality, but had a little trouble there. And that's pretty much going to put him out of the competition, I think.
You see he enjoys playing. He's got a passion for playing, a great smile. They love him down at Duquesne. Scott Egger, there's a look at his numbers, 25.5 overall. But you know what? He's had fun, baby. He's had fun.
He's got the tattoo on the right arm that says, "Sweet Baby." He says, that's because I'm mom's youngest of 7. Here's Ralph Biggs.
Look at this guy, a little showtime behind him. He's got some pizzazz, little hot dog in him, Mr. Biggs.
Hey, Ralph had a teammate and a former manager for Towson send in a video to get him in this contest. So he had a little bit of help just getting here.
A little politician, a little politics. Hey, you got to market yourself. If you don't market yourself, you're in trouble.
35 on his first attempt. Baseline reverse and got way up there.
A baseline reverse jam brings the ladies down in the house. Billy Croman Hook and all their people sitting there. The Lafayette guy, 3-point shooter.
Ralph gets right into the crowd right away, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. He knows that's going to excite the judges, baby. That's going to get them excited. Take a look at Ralph. Ralphie, baby, little explosion on a baseline. The reverse jam brings it down to the ankles and takes that baby back up. There it is.
It's got to be a higher score than his first one. Let's wait and see. He had a 35 on his first dunk.
Got to be a 38. Got to be at least a 38.
37.
37, they laid 36 overall. Hey, let's go have Hubert on that side. Remember Bobby Huggins?
Oh, he was tough.
Oh, I wouldn't want him as a guy grading me in the classroom. Bobby Huggins was tough last year as a judge.
You had to be Julius Irving just to make the semifinals for Huggy last year.
Or a Michael the Magnificent,
That's
Mr.
right.
Jordan.
There's our judges.
Yeah, there they are. Bryce Drew, his dad, Homer. What a phenomenal moment. That moment to hug. Dad and son together after that dramatic 3 to beat Mississippi.
Here comes Mr. Slamford, Jamal Sanford, one of the top defensive players in the Big Sky Conference, and he kind of picked his offense up a little bit this year, too.
He's second in the Big Sky in block shots. He's a rejecter, a shot blocker.
Oh, he tried a 360 and hit the front of the irons. He's got another chance.
He's got time. 14 seconds, winding down, 30 seconds between each dunk.
Waves off one of our cameramen. Oh, he missed 2.
It again.
Now he's going to have to hustle.
He's got to hustle, baby. That clock is winding down. There he is.
He got it away in time. He got it away in time.
He did. It was a heck of a dunk, but I think he'll get penalized because of the first 2 bricks.
I agree. So, Jamal Sanford. The third time was the charm, but probably not charming enough.
There it is. They love that dunk. The one they bring down to their ankles, reverse jam it. There it is. Good explosive bounce off the floor. See if he gets penalized. I think in normals.
Yep.
Yeah, he did. He really got penalized right there.
Only 28 in the second. So currently puts him in 6th place. And that means that the guys that started off round 1 as our leaders are yet to come with their second dunks upcoming. And that means the guys to catch are still Felipe Lopez and Ruben Patterson. They're on deck from Freeman Coliseum when the Slam Dunk 3-point championships continue right after this.
Last weekend, Beth took her Ford ZX2 out for a little adventure.
You know that van is still following us?
And she found it.
Let's lose them. Yeah.
Of course, the ZX2 makes a perfect getaway car. As long as you know who you're getting away from. Oh, well. Hey, she would have hated having a chauffeur anyway. Ford Escort ZX2, built to last.
Whether your job is carrying the bag for the hottest golfer in the world or carrying the goods for your company, Comfort Inns and Suites mean business. Your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed. The low corporate rates can save you money, and you can enjoy a free deluxe continental breakfast. Man, I slept great. How about you guys?
For reservations and corporate rates at Comfort Inns and Suites, call 1-800-228-5150.
The only darn thing that keeps me going is the support that ESPN has given me. Thanks, ESPN.
2 days after this interview, ESPN fired Walt Connolly and restored all the hockey commercials to their original black and white.
ESPN did the right thing in firing that guy.
He was bad for the game.
This is a great, great day for hockey.
The lesson we've all learned is the game should be in color and the commercials should all be in black and white.
I have one regret, and that is maybe I just loved hockey a little too much.
Back in the second round of the slam dunk competition, brought to you by Miller Lite here at Freeman Coliseum. Everybody having a good time. Here's how it looks. Remember, Felipe Lopez, Ruben Patterson, and Herbert Lang have yet to dunk the second time around. But Ralph Biggs is in pretty good shape with that 36. And then you see the remaining dunkers. Next we go to Herbert Lang out of Centenary. Played for Billy Kennedy there.
I always think
third place.
I always think of Centenary. I think of Robert Parrish. What a great career he had in the NBA. All-American out of Centenary. Lang bang. I'll tell you this guy. Here he goes. Oh! Lang bang bang.
A one-hander.
Yes, sir. Bingo, bango, bango by Mr. Lang.
You talk about a little guy that can go get it.
He can really fly in the sky. Yes, sir. There's the bounce to the deck. And watch the catch. There's that timing jam with the one hand. Little Lang bang.
Trying to become the Spud Webb of 98 here.
Yeah, Spud Webb. What a high riser he was, Mr. Nessler. He had your hops, baby.
Mine's more in the hops and brains category, I'm afraid. But Herbert Lang is happy with that. He's going to put him definitely into the finals because he is right now in second place overall.
Yeah, he's going to become one of the favorites possibly here going to the final round. Mr. Patterson's got to
Ruben's using props.
Yeah, you see, I think you get yourself in trouble when you try to be too spectacular. He can get 38 or 7 just doing his normal stuff. I think you put yourself in trouble, jeopardized.
It was amazing. Jay Billis mentioned it earlier, watching these guys last night at practice, and you talk about sandbagging. Nobody showed anybody anything. They came out here, goofed around, and laughed. This was one of the things. They did put a ball rack out there in the lane, but nobody went over it. Let's watch Ruben go over it. On the run.
Hello, chalk up the 40, baby. Dancing time. A little style. He's going to smile and dance. Into Mr. Lang. I love his personality.
Oh, he is.
Oh, I love his personality. Had a little tough break during the year.
Yep.
Mom passed away.
That's right. That same day had his best game of the season, 32 points against Alabama.
Yeah, played it in tribute to his mom. Here he is now going to fly over the rack. There he is, flying through the sky, a real skywalker.
38 and a 39 puts him in good shape.
I know Huggins didn't teach him how to jump like that because Huggins couldn't get off over a telephone book.
So that puts Ruben into the finals, and he's a happy dunker right now.
A real happy dunker. Put a little pressure on him. Right here, Felipe Lopez. Fran Frischella's in the crowd cheering his guy on here, the St. John's coach.
So Felipe, who had a 39 with his first round, Ruben just had a 39 in his second. Behind the back and up and in.
I'll tell you, that isn't disappointing us at all. The stars are becoming his stars. He's got the strut. He's got the glide. He's got the slide. He's bad. He's from New York City, baby.
He and Ruben with a little slugging match. They're having a great time.
Look at Bryce. Says, I wish I could jump like that, but Bryce can shoot the rock, baby.
Stacey Terry, one of our three-point shooters for the women, had to come over and tell Felipe how much she loved that one. Here's another look.
He's another kid with great personality, Brad. You got to like him. You want him on your team just because of his great personality. He's so warm.
I can't believe 4 years ago I was watching him in the high school slam dunk at Gaucho's gym in New York. Here he is, a senior. I'm getting old, Dick.
I know.
Oh, there's a 40.
He got a 40, got a perfect 10 from everyone. He wants the gold trophy. Don't think that these guys don't want to walk away with that gold trophy.
So we know who's in the semifinal round. The four that advance: Felipe Lopez, Ruben Patterson, Herbert Lang, and Ralph Biggs. One of the underdogs still in the hunt, but Lopez and Patterson are the two now to catch. And Jay Billis is over there with Ruben.
Ruben, you jumped over the rack of balls in the first round. Do you have anything left? What are you going to do next?
It's a secret, and I ain't going to tell nobody. I'm just going to wait till the last dunk. But I got something good for the fans again.
Just whisper in my ear. I won't tell him.
It's a lot. My shirt off from dunking.
You got
a man of my word, Brad.
Yeah, you got to love it when the microphone cuts out just at the perfect time. We still don't know what he's going to do, even though he told us.
Oh, geez.
So that's through 2 rounds of the slam dunk competition here in San Antonio, Texas at Freeman Coliseum. Coming up, first round action in the women's 3-point shootout. Stick around.
This spring, get ready to get scared. Because on April 10th, she's back. Species 2, rated R. Starts Friday, April 10th.
Got a few minutes to spare? New Turtle Wax Express Shine can quickly make your car look showroom new. Just spray on and wipe off. Turtle Wax Express Shine is carnauba enriched for a brilliant glow and long-lasting protection. And it works for all finishes, including clear coats. So try new Turtle Wax Express Shine and get a great Turtle Wax shine in just minutes. And come down hard on grease with new Turtle Wax Purple Muscle Heavy Duty Cleaner.
Accidents happen, and no matter where or when they do, the world's largest claim service network starts immediately. Prompt, personal claim service is no accident. So we can get you back on the road faster than you can say, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight, the world is full of light, with suns and moons all over the place. Tonight, let's
just be friends.
Tonight, there's only you tonight.
Now the fun begins.
Species 2, rated R. Starts Friday, April 10th.
Back at Freeman Coliseum.
I think Pat Garrity with this set shot's got a great shot at it. Well, luckily for them, you don't get to D him up during this portion of it, Brett.
All right, spoken like a true coach that he'll probably be someday. The 3-point shootout still to come for the men, but the slam dunk semifinals are what's coming up next. And there you see the guys that are in the round of 4, headed by Felipe Lopez of St. John's, who's our leader right now. 39.5 in the 2 rounds. Ruben Patterson was next in line, then Hubert Lang and Ralph Biggs. So Ralph Biggs, in reverse order, will be our first dunker here in the finals. Currently in 4th place right now. Ralph, a mass communications major. You can tell when he takes that smile and all that chatter right into the crowd with him after every dunk.
Yeah, he's got great personality. Oh, there he is with that reverse. I mean, with that windmill jam. Felipe liked that one. Led him in scoring the last 2 years at Towson. Averaged 18.4 this year.
Almost 1,400 career points for Towson.
Hey, he's got great personality. Mr. Exuberance. Now watch this right here. Here comes the catch. Seems to be the favorite dunk of a lot of people. Bouncing to the floor. Little windmill, little jam.
There it is from behind. Ralph Biggs, the 6'6" forward.
Felipe says, love. Wow, Mr. Lopez. I like that one. Number 37 in the semis.
37 for Ralph Biggs. That brings up the smallest remaining dunker in Hubert Lang, a centenary.
I'll tell you, he can be electrifying. He was trying to get the crowd going here with a little raise the roof motion. Here he is. Watch this guy. Bang, bang. I'll tell you, he can go get it. Oh, yeah. Hello, little 360 time.
And he's got the moves down afterwards, doesn't he? He's got a cheering section right in front of us over here.
Yeah, he's got all the pizzazz, all the showtime. Get the mustard down, little hot dog. Lay some high fives on everybody. He knows that was a beauty. This is a sensational one. He's making like the 3S man. Super scintillating sensational with the jab. There he is, reverse 360. He's gonna spin in the air. It's amazing the agility and the mobility of some of these young people.
Whoa, he got a 40.
Got a perfect 40. I agree with that one. Oh, yes. He feels good. All the centenary cheering right now. Raise the roof, Herb. The judges liked it. Bryce and Homer Drew.
That's the second 40 we've had.
Johnny Moore, what an outstanding point guard. Played with the Iceman, Miss Texas.
What's up, Franklin? What's up, everybody?
Only the second perfect score we had. Remember, Felipe Lopez at a perfect 40 in round 2. And next up, currently after the first 2 rounds, in second place, Ruben Patterson, the outgoing forward for the Bearcats of Cincinnati.
I think he's going to pull out some tricks because the pressure's on now on Patterson and Lopez.
Oh, he's taking the shirt off on the way.
On the way, that's it. Hello. You got to 40 that one.
Yeah. That was the Chippendales dunk.
Yeah, a little Chippendale time. Listen, don't take the pants off.
He told Jay Billis he had a surprise for the crowd.
He needed it, too. He needed it, and he delivered. Look at this. Look at this. That takes great timing to be able to do what he just did. The one-hand jam. He elevates on the baseline. Chris Cameron did that last year from out of Tulane. Remember Chris Cameron?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he laid that dunk on us last year.
Let's see what it was. Sir Ruben, he does a little bit of that.
Oh, yes, 40. Oh, the heat's really on Lopez now. The heat's on Lopez now. Lopez, who had that 40 in his last dunk.
That puts Ruben currently as our leader. Felipe was the man to catch coming in, though, at 39.5 through 2 rounds. It looks like he's going for some props.
Oh, he's going for
He wants the camera jib over there.
Oh, wow. He's going for something really unique and special. He wants to be Mr. Spectacular.
Oh, my goodness. Can you bring it down? Is he going to fly over our camera on the way?
Camera?
You got to
be serious. You can't be serious. Felipe, you got a pro career ahead of you.
Hey, baby!
Oh, wow. His brother Anthony.
Okay, there's the view from the camera. We might see his shoes go right over this thing.
Look at him styling. He's got his brother up in the crowd, Anthony, who loves him dearly.
Well, he's called for the ball. Remember, he was our leader coming in. And now we're going to see him go right over our camera.
Making like Evel Knievel.
Wait a minute. I think he's going to do a little more directing here first.
Be a director.
I hope Doug Holmes doesn't lose his job because of this.
He's going to come down to ESPN, take some more great directors out of work. Chip Dean, Doug Holmes, get all these guys on the sideline. I'll tell you, he's got a personality, communication. He'll do really fine. Can speak several languages.
Well, he's got everything apparently set the way he wants it.
Came in with the big build-up, was on a cover of Sports Illustrated before he ever played a game.
That was amazing. As I said, that was 4 years ago as everybody's All-American out of New York. And now he's got everybody standing over there in front of the benches.
Now he's got to work on getting on the cover of ESPN magazine.
He got over the camera, missed the jam. Now he's got to reload. Still plenty of time.
And now psychologically, I believe that becomes damaging in the eyes of the judges. Whenever you brick it. Let's see if he can come out with the spectacular one. Here it is. Got it. Oh, yes, he got it. Now, normally he'd get a 40 on that. Normally he would get a 40. Let's see if they penalize him because of the first miss.
I was going to do it.
Well, Miss Texas liked it. Johnny Moore. Played with the Iceman. Gervin used to electrify him here in San Antonio.
Here's a look from the camera. He hurdled.
Here goes Lopez. Right up through. Right over the camera. Hello. The one-hand jam.
Hit himself right in the head on the follow-through as it came through the net. So was it good enough? 39.
39, he got it. 39. Somebody didn't give him a 10.
Boy, the crowd is booing here.
Yes, sir. That should have been a 40. I'll tell you what, we had some great dunks. What an amazing show right here in this dunk-a-thon. And Ruben can't believe it.
Well, looks like Ruben Patterson is in good shape. And Herbert Lang, too, remember, who had a second-round 40. So Lang and Patterson, who both had perfect dunks. Lopez and Biggs. There's how it looks right now with the upstart from Centenary. Herbert Lang. He and Ruben Patterson will move on to the finals. But next, we're going to change gears a little bit and go back long distance. And we have some great three-point shooters, including the best that college basketball's ever had over a career at Curtis Staples. Men's three-point shootout coming up next.
Hi, Fluff Cowan here, packing the bag for the hottest guy on tour. Tonight I'm at a Quality Inn, great hotel, no matter what business you're in. They have low corporate rates and 100% guaranteed that your room will be just how you like it. free local phone calls, and free in-room coffee. Man, I slept great. How about you guys?
For reservations and corporate rates at Quality Inns and Suites, call 1-800-228-5151.
Life isn't just measured in days or years. It's measured in doorways and walkways. Or a favorite sweater, long outgrown. At State Farm, we give our policyholders a yardstick of their own. It's called the Family Insurance Checkup. It helps them measure their own needs and pick the coverage that's right for them. So call your agent for a checkup. Because insurance...
And here's the starting lineup. Pat Garrity out of Notre Dame, Chad Austin of Purdue, Curtis Staples of Virginia, Charles Jones, the nation's leading scorer the past couple of years out of LIU, Billy Thomas of Kansas, Nate Smith, American, Bryce Drew of Valpo, and Steve Wojciechowski, who we already talked to from the Blue Devils of Duke. And here's the rules, just like the women's shootout, 60 seconds per round, 5 balls, 5 stations. The white ball is an extra point. Half the field will be eliminated. If there is a need for a shootout, which we had in the ladies' competition, it'll be a 24-second shootout, and the winner will face the women's champion.
I'll tell you one thing, Pat Garrity, what a great career. Was the Big East Player of the Year in 1990, 96, 97. 23 points a game, led the Big East in scoring, and was third in rebounding.
And Chad Austin, he's going to keep the Intersport jersey on with the Purdue jersey number 3 underneath.
Well, you know, had 29 points against San Fran this year. Also a kid that can really shoot the ball, a combination guard. The pros like he can play either guard slot. Had a great career at Purdue.
I like what Wojo said about Pat Garrity. He says he shoots more of a set shot, and he's so big and strong that if he does make it into subsequent rounds, you'd think he wouldn't be tired as much maybe as the jump shooter. Not off to a good start, though.
I'll tell you, Chad Austin getting that nice. His brother Woody was a heck of a shooter down at Purdue.
Garrity goes over on that first rack.
Wow. He's an inside-outside player, Garrity. Terry Tyler, who played for me, an assistant at Notre Dame, who does a great job. Terry is a great kid with tremendous enthusiasm. He loves Pat Garrity to the next level.
Both guys really struggling here.
Yeah, but they've been sitting down a long time.
Yeah,
you know, Brad, you sit down, you don't get a chance to loosen up.
They warmed up about an hour and a half ago. So.
Yeah. And Chad Austin had that big loss in that game against Stanford. Stanford beat him. He said it was so physical. He said it was so physical.
Garrity got the bonus ball to go from the right wing, and now from the baseline, still have 12 seconds left. And final shot goes off. Garrity ends up with 13. Austin still loading it up.
Chad Austin gets the bonus ball to go down.
13 for Garrity.
Garrity, a great student as well. I mean, a Rhodes Scholar candidate, unbelievable in the classroom down at the Golden Dome.
Academic, first-team All-American. You can see that he warmed up on the wings in the top of the circle. Hit 3 bonus balls, which helped Pat's cause.
Yeah, I really think the problem with a lot of these guys, the fact they've been sitting down so long.
Here's the guy that was the best ever as far as total three-pointers made in NCAA history, Curtis Staples of Virginia.
410 was the record. This guy broke that record. And remember this, he didn't have a great team around him this year, so defenses could really key on him. Charlie Jones, you talk about scoring, led the nation 2 years in a row. Started off at Rutgers' career.
Almost 29 a game this season, over 30 last year.
Yeah, Ray Haskins loved this guy. As a look at Staples. So sad to see that Jeff Jones got fired down there. Did a great job 5 times, took him to the NCAA. Somebody be wise hiring Jeff Jones. I can tell you, he can flat out coach.
Staples on the left and Jones to the right. Garrity had the best score in the first 2 group of shooters with a 13. Jones Staples hits the first 2.
I tell you, Charlie Jones loved the system down at LIU. R&R, rip and run, baby. He loved that system.
Curtis Staples hit his first 3 and missed the other 2. Now he goes to the wing.
He has such a quick release, Curtis Staples. That's one of his great assets. And he told us, he said, hey, I can handle the basketball. Everybody doesn't think I can handle it. I can handle it. I'm going to show the pro guys that.
Staples is warming up a little bit. Jones is struggling.
Yeah, Jones, a driver and a slasher, gets to the rack really well. Can shoot the 3, but he's a big-time prolific scorer.
Staples, bonus ball time, got it.
Please tell us about Hubert Smith, the cover boy in Sports Illustrated. That story about him out of New York. Plays with him at the Rucker. You got to be really talented to play at the Rucker in the streets of New York.
They'll kick you right off the court.
You got to earn your PT there, baby. Earn your playing time.
You got that right. Staples loading it up from the baseline now. Ran out of time. That one won't go, but still 16 is the best we've seen so far, and it's from Curtis Staples.
I'll tell you a guy I'm going to like in this competition, Nathan Smith. I'm going to really like this kid from out of American.
He's the sleeper.
Yeah, he really is. He made 84 trays in 26 games this year.
16 for Curtis, 52%. You can see that did a nice job there on the opening rack and in the left baseline and the right baseline. Billy Thomas of Kansas. Roy Williams, his head coach, is here to watch him.
Yeah, Kelvin Sampson's in the house as well from out of Oklahoma. Franny Frischella. Billy, tough loss for the kids in Kansas. Had that great year again.
Here's the guy that may be the underdog, but Steve Wojciechowski was talking about him. I watched him warm up last night, and he can fill it up.
He made a 3 in 64 consecutive games, so he can flat out shoot it. Nathan Smith ran into his coach today, and he said, hey, watch my guy. He can shoot the 3.
We're talking about Rhodes scholarships. He was a state finalist from West Virginia in that category. And here they go. Billy Thomas on the left and Nathan Smith on the right.
He's got that soft touch. He shoots the ball very soft. A little short right now. Not going to get enough legs in it.
Got the bonus ball as they move to rack 2.
Got the bonus to go down. As Billy can be very streaky as a shooter. He can go on fire or miss a bunch.
He's got a bad streak going right now.
There's Nathan. I'll tell you, he's got that great release.
Only one has gone in for Billy Thomas.
Yes. Nathan feeling it right now, Brad. Yes, sir.
Billy Thomas.
Was my guy.
Hit 4. Hit them all from the top of the circle.
Oh, yes. So did my guy, Nathan. He's on fire. He's got 14. And count him. He's going, baby.
Billy Thomas is getting hot, but it might be too late.
Yeah, Billy's one of those rhythm shooters. Once he gets in a rhythm, Nathan takes his time. He really has a lot of patience and poise.
Nate's already got the best round of anybody so far. Bonus ball doesn't go for Thomas. Smith got it.
Sir. No one's broken the 20 mark yet today.
So Billy Thomas warmed up a little bit too late, maybe. And Nate Smith.
Oh, yeah, he broke it.
Yeah, that bonus ball put him over.
Yeah, 21.
68%, not bad. You take that during the season.
Wow.
He hit 12 of his last 13. Here's the guy that a lot of people think was a favorite coming in.
Yeah, Bryce Drew, as you said, that dramatic shot made his name known all over. Certainly a hero down in Valparaiso. Almost went to Notre Dame. In fact, he's going to be working out with Pat Garrity, and his dad's going to put him through some workouts after this is all over to get ready for the NBA. And there's Wojo. I'll tell you, he can shoot the 3 now.
I told him he's one of the best at shooting the 3 to try to put the final nail in somebody's coffin, but he is not a big-time shooter. Doesn't score a lot. He's an assist man, as you saw the numbers there.
What a heartbreaking loss, and that loss in Kentucky with Kentucky down in St. Petersburg on Tropicana Field. You know, the one great asset the Kentucky people had, they got great fans. Their fans absolutely support that team. Remember you and I did a game with Georgia. I mean, they wait for them outside the hotel.
I know it.
I mean, they wait for them to get to the bus. Those fans are just unbelievable. Would not let them lose against Duke.
Here's the former Mr. Basketball in the state of Indiana loading up his rack on the left baseline. And the cut right now to beat is 13 with the best scorer, Nate Smith, at 21. Here we go.
Here's Bryce. I'll tell you, that feeling had to be awesome when he knocked it down to beat Mississippi. There's Wojo, the Rambo man. He wants to play some defense.
Drew didn't get anything on the first rack.
I think Wojo's definitely going to the coaching world. But to me, there's no doubt about it. He'll join the likes of Amica, Snyder, and Dawkins.
These guys have a long way to go. Drew is really hurting right now. He's going to have to load it up from the top of the circle, or it's going to be too little too late. Wojo having a better time of it. 13's the number just to get to the next round. Bonus ball out for Drew as well.
There's Wojo on the top of the circle. Squaring his body. Shoots that little one hand, almost like a set shot.
These guys are going to have to hurry just to get to the last rack of balls, too. Their time limit is fading a little bit quicker than everybody else's. Wojo, the bonus ball comes out. Drew's made it to the baseline, but only 5 have gone down.
Yeah, goes Wojo on that baseline's got 10.
Wojo might need a bonus ball here. He hit it. Well, bonus ball, good if it goes.
Doesn't make it. Doesn't make the cutoff. Wojo going to the sideline.
So 2 guys that one we thought would be definitely in the hunt, one we thought would really have to work for it, and it doesn't look like the hunt's going to continue for Steve Wojciechowski and Bryce Drew.
2 of the guys with marquee names coming into this competition. Look at Bryce.
So the 4 that have advanced into the next round, led by Nathan Smith out of American with 21. Curtis Staples, the NCAA's all-time 3-point shooter. Billy Thomas, who struggled early, and Pat Garrity, who had 13. So can Nate Smith pull the big shocker? He's with Jay Billis right now.
Nathan, your stroke looks like it was made for this kind of competition. Did you prepare at all or just come in cold?
I got to work on it a little bit. I had some racks and I got to shoot. It's really different getting used to it. So I spent a little time with it, but I think I do have the build and release for this kind of competition.
4, and on the other side, Billy Thomas, who thought he was playing Rhode Island, I think, for a while. He only hit one of his first 10 threes and then warmed up. He had a tough day against Rhode Island. That first rack on the baseline.
Yeah, Billy with a slow start. He has a tendency to heat it up. There it is now.
Garrity's bonus ball goes.
Bonus comes out for Billy T.
This is where Billy got hot in the first round.
Yeah, he's got that top down.
Garrity's got the set shot working now. And he got the bonus ball. He's in good shape.
Well, Billy's snapped down 2 in a row, 3 in a row up on top of that circle.
Here's where the big, strong fella from Notre Dame might have a little bit of an edge in that his shot is not a big jumper, and he got the bonus ball.
Well, Billy's made 5 of his last 6. Got the trifecta going now, 6 out of 7.
Garrity's hit every bonus shot so far. He might need that one to go, and it does.
Billy heating it up right now. Came out strong at the end. He's made like almost 10 out of his last 12.
Who knows? That still might be good enough for both of them. 19 and 17.
Billy, a slow starter.
So Pat Garrity. Wow, that's pretty consistent.
Not bad for a big guy who can step out like that and shoot the rock and also go inside, runs the court fairly well.
Here's a guy that shoots the rock with the best of them.
He can really knock down a rock. There's no doubt about it, Curtis.
Curtis Staples had 133s during this season, and only Dennis Scott, when he was back at Georgia Tech, had ever made more in a single season in the ACC.
I'll tell you, Dennis Scott, part of the lethal weapons when they had Kenny Anderson and Oliver. They went to the Final Four in 90.
Here's Nate Smith. He was the guy that lit it up in the first round. Look at that, 68%.
That's not bad. I mean, 68%.
I take that from the free throw line.
Wow, a lot of guys wish they could. A lot of guys out there can't shoot 68% on a free throw line.
So Nate's to our right, Curtis Staples to the left, and here we go in the semifinals as they continue.
This should be a heck of a shootout. These two guys can flat out stroke it.
These are the two guys you and I talked off the air and thought would make the finals. We'll see if they do or not.
I'll tell you, Nathan's got that stroke. I love his release. He's got that great, he waves goodbye.
Staples finally missed. He hit everything. Bonus ball got it.
Curtis has got that quick release. I mean, he gets that baby and up it goes.
If he doesn't get tired, he's going to go over 21 because he is ripping it right now.
Here comes my guy Nathan up on top. No limit show.
Oh! Staples on fire.
He is on fire, I tell you. Somebody better call up the fire chief and put the fire out, baby.
He only missed 3 shots. There's the 4th one, rims out. Bonus time goes. Staples over 20 now, or at 20.
Nathan got a little cold there on the wing. Time is running down.
And Curtis Staples showing why he has hit more three-pointers than anybody in college basketball history.
I'll tell you one thing, also my guy came on strong, but not enough. That's a heck of a shooting exhibition, people. What an unbelievable display by Curtis Staples.
He hit 14 of his first 15.
Wow. Wow. See, you can make the team in the NBA as a specialist. Somebody needs somebody off the bench to come in and create some instant offense.
So Curtis Staples, who was lighting it up, is with Jay Billis courtside.
Curtis, what a great round. What kind of adjustments did you have to make in your stroke? Didn't look like many.
I tell you, I came out the first round. I was really nervous because I've been sitting there for about 2.5 hours. So, I just wanted to get my first rack down, and I did. And I'm just lucky to do that.
Well, you're one of the best shooters in the country. Who else has impressed you from a shooting standpoint here?
He mentioned about 20 minutes ago talking to Jay Billis. Pat Garrity's a set shooter. Not a lot of jump to his shot. He's big and strong, so he probably won't be tired. But he's off the mark with 3 of the first 4. And only got 1 in that first rack.
Got that nice stroke going up, good rotation.
Number 3 scorer all time in Fighting Irish basketball history. Over 2,000 points, but he is struggling right now.
He's only one of 4 players in the history of Notre Dame to go over 2,000 points in the Golden Dome.
Well, this isn't Pat's round, that's for sure. It's going to take a little luck of the Irish right now, or Curtis Staples will be our champion here.
Yeah, Curtis looks like he's in great shape.
Well, Pat's warming up from the left wing. That's helping his cause.
He must have hurt us.
And he got the bonus ball, too.
He said, guys, don't concede it yet. Don't concede yet.
It's not over yet.
Oh, yeah, he's on fire now. See, he loosened up. He loosened up.
Bonus ball could be big. It missed. And he ends up with 12.
I got to go with Curtis Staples now. I don't think that's any big task.
Curtis now can almost play it conservatively, but as hot as he was in that semifinal round, you got to think he's just going to go for the juggler a little bit.
Yeah, just go for the W. Don't try to get too spectacular, because then you put a lot of pressure if you don't come up strong to start with.
Here's Pat's best rack from the left wing. He hit 8 of his last 11 shots, but he was so cold to start with on the baseline, the right wing at the top of the key, that it just probably is not going to be enough unless Curtis Staples goes ice cold, and he was quite the opposite in the semifinal.
I think Pat's going to be a heck of an NBA player. I really do. I think he's going to really make somebody's squad, obviously, and be a major contributor. I know Rick Pitino really likes him.
Here's a guy you got to like, because it's hard to find great shooters, and this guy is one.
Came right out of the gate and knocked the first one down.
The only one so far, though. There he got the 4th ball. Bonus time. Into rack 2. Remember, 12 is all he has to beat right now.
I'll tell you, he started right out of his career at Virginia, knocking down those threes from day one. Look at this.
He said he's already working out behind the NBA three-point line. He was telling you yesterday.
Yeah, he's working on that distance now, a little deeper in the NBA.
6 straight. 7 straight.
Wow, can he shoot the rock,
8
baby.
straight.
Can he flat out shoot the rock?
9 straight. Moving the bonus ball.
Champ, there it is.
10. 11. 12. 13.
Unbelievable.
14 in a row.
Unbelievable. He's unbeatable. He's the 2U man.
15.
Look at this kid shoot the rock. Hello, America.
18. Knock it home.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it. What an unbelievable exhibition.
18 in a row for Curtis Staples. Gary Gallup is going,
Everybody stand it up. Let's go.
There's your men's champion, Curtis Staples. Oh, that was fun to watch.
What an exhibition. He brought the house down. Curtis going home with the, going home with the gold here, but now he's got to hook up with Gary Gallup.
He's got to hook up with Jay Billis right now, Jake.
Curtis, congratulations. Did it help your confidence at all that Pat got off to such a slow start?
Definitely. When I saw him miss the first 2 racks, I felt a little better about it, but actually I struggled in the first couple racks myself, so I'm just glad I was here and I had the opportunity to do this, and I'm very thankful.
Well, you put up a big number in the final. You're the men's three-point champion. Now you have to go up against Gary Gallup of BYU, the women's champion. What do you think?
I tell you what, this is where it gets scary, you know, because she did a great job of shooting, and whatever happens, happens, but I'm going to try to do the same thing.
Well, good luck. Brad?
All right, what a performance. Carrie is going, oh boy, can I pull off what Marcy Alberts did last year? I don't know. She's going against maybe the best there's ever been from loading it up outside. He's got the records to prove it. And Gary Gallup, who won it for the women over Julie Cromanhook, will be taking on Curtis Staples for the all-around title. Pat Garrity, and you and I have been doing this quite a few years, Dick. I've never seen anybody shoot like he just did a few minutes ago.
The greatest exhibition I've ever witnessed in all my years. I mean, he was electrifying. I would say right now, Gary's in a whole lot of trouble right here against Mr. Staples. But last year, remember, it was Upset City.
Marcy Alberts.
Marcy Alberts of Ohio State beat Nate Erdman from down there at Oklahoma.
All right, so everybody looking on. It's been great for these. Maybe the greatest thing is that these teams get together and have a good time here in San Antonio.
Yeah, there's a look at Jenny Higgins right there from out of Villanova, and Miss Bergman from out of Illinois.
Here we go. The men against the women. Curtis Staples with the early advantage. Gary starting to warm up a little bit. Bonus ball time. And it goes.
Curtis a little slower out of his gate.
Might be just a little bit tighter right now, I think.
Could be a little tired. A little pressure on him right now. Doesn't want to go back to Virginia with a loss to the young lady.
Gary Gallup's got the advantage right now.
She's not backing down. I'll tell you one thing. She's not backing down. She's shooting head-to-head with him.
Staples hit 4 in a row, though, before that miss.
She from out of Canada, went to BYU, broke all the records.
Gary from the wing, 2 straight.
There's Curtis, the all-time maker of threes in his career over at Virginia, all-time NCAA leader.
Bonus ball goes for Gary Gallup. Staples with the advantage, though. It's going to take a great rack on the baseline for Gary Gallup, or Staples is going to win it.
I'll tell you one thing, guys, she challenged him. It was not easy, not cupcake sitting.
It sure was, and bonus ball, the ref says count it, so it got very close at the end. But Curtis Staples hung on for dear life.
And Curtis going out with the gold trophy back to Charlottesville, Virginia.
And he and Gary Exchange handshakes and a hug. Curtis Staples hangs on after annihilating the men's competition. He had a struggle with Kerry Gallup, and they're both with Jay Billis.
With our two champions here, Brad, Kerry Gallup first. It was tough to beat Curtis Staples. He was on fire in the men's final, and then he carried it over toward the end, but you did very, very well.
Thank you. Well, I mean, he hit 25 and 23. I was just lucky to even be close.
Were you a little bit nervous going into the final against him?
A little bit, like cold, too, but...
Just in a moment, I want to remind you, Sports Center at Kenny Mayne and Rich Eisen coming up. Northwestern's got some problems. Golden Gophers, Clem Haskins, our congratulations to the Gophers for the NIT Championship and opening round play, the Tournament Players Championship, all coming up on Sports Center. Well, those guys have been trying to stay loose for about the last hour because they made the finals quite a while ago. And here's how they did it. Both got better with each dunk, Dick, as you look at their scores through the first three rounds.
Yeah, they really made some tremendous dunks. I thought we had an unbelievable showdown. Almost an exhibition like Mr. Staples shooting the three with the dunk-a-thon, because also not there, Felipe Lopez was sensational, but he got nudged out by these two.
Here's Herbert Lang, who's had his own cheering section in front of us throughout the event. Goes up and gets it. Had his head way up by the rim.
Ruben saying, no, that's not that great. Ruben shaking his head. Ruben shaking his head. He's trying to affect the judges. Look at Lang, I'll tell you. What a great way to start.
There's the judges, and they all give him a high five on the way by. Here's how it looked in the finals.
Here's the catch, the rhythm jam. There he is. Up and away. Mixed like Kenny Mayne and Rich Eisen out there.
Great elevation. He really got up. He is the smallest guy that was in the dunk competition height-wise.
He's the elevator man, a Skywalker. Look at this here. He's a Skywalker. Jams City.
And what did he get in that final dunk? A 38. So that's what Ruben Patterson's got to beat. And as Dick said, after Ruben took off his shirt, we hope the pants don't go here in the finals.
I'll tell you one thing, this guy certainly can rise. A very explosive dunker in transition for Cincinnati.
Nobody has tried the takeoff from the free throw line, and a few of the guys worked on it last night. Ruben's going to go baseline, it looks like.
He likes that baseline. He's one of those baseline beauties.
Hey, do you remember a few years ago when J.R. Ryder started from this spot over here way out on court?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, he missed it, though. Going to have to go reload.
Uh-oh, not only reload, now that affects the mind of the judges. Oh, and he bobbles the ball.
You don't need a turnover here, Ruben.
Pressure going on. He bricked it again.
He won't have enough time.
He bricked it again.
Herbert Lang has come from nowhere and mobbed by his Rat Pack.
Oh, yeah. Look at Herbert. Oh, bingo, bango, bongo. Mr. Lang is the champ because Ruben went flying.
That whole gang has been down in front of us the whole night. Now they're going to carry their hero off the court.
Oh, Centenary. He's going to be a big man on campus at BMOC. Down in Centenary, the home of Robert Parrish. But it's the home now of Herbert Lang.
For a guy who once checked into his first college game with his warm-ups on,
yeah,
Herbert Lang has dropped the warm-ups and warmed up enough to win the championship, and he's with Jay Billis. Jay?
Herbert striking a blow for the little guys. What a great effort.
I'm just out here having fun, trying to represent all the small schools across the nation. Represent my small schools in there. What's up, everybody back in the sub? This for you, baby. This for you. I'm coming home.
You came into this with a plan, didn't you?
I came into it with a plan. I knew that the little guys have the advantage all the time. And I just played the crowd, and I had a great time. I'm looking forward to having a great time the rest of my stay.
Well, congratulations and enjoy it. Herbert Lang, the slam dunk champion. Let's go back to you, Brad.
Air Herbert. Ruben Patterson still can't believe it. He had two dunks. And there's Herbert's Rat Pack, if you will. And boy, have they enjoyed it. Ruben Patterson, who came in with an opportunity to win this thing and had gotten better every round in his dunks, but he went from the baseline, went up, and rammed it off the back of the iron.
He was shocked. Brick City, USA. He thought it was coming through next. Give me the rock. Somebody give me the ball. I'm going to try it again.
Then he almost turned it over right there.
That was a turnover. Look at this. Now the pressure's starting to mount. Now the pressure's starting to mount. I'll tell you this. The champ comes over to say hello to us as they brick one right there.
And right there, Ruben knew that the time had run out for him, and he just threw it at the basket. And still that infectious smile you get from Ruben Patterson.
Look, that signed autographs.